Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohamad Aizad bin Abu Bakar. I would like to present about the company background. First of all, Sri Surya Hotel provides services of hotel accommodation, dining outlets, and on-site event management services for its customer. It is found out that on-site event management services are the critical area which should be highlighted as major profitability concerns. This case study is about an issue of minimal profit margin earned through the event management activities provided by Sri Surya Hotel. Based on this concern, the cost controller of Sri Surya Hotel was assigned to suggest effective pricing strategies to the board of directors. Meanwhile, as costing is much related with pricing, thus the cost controller will also propose effective costing for this event. Basically, there are two recent events held in the hotel which are Manjung Community Anniversary Dinner and Ruby Care Senior Berhad One Day Seminar. For Manjung Community Anniversary Dinner, the price is based on customized package which depending on the customer needs. While for Ruby Care Senior Berhad, the price is based on hotel standard packages which consist all the charges or expenses incurred on the seminar event. Both analysis and interpreting existing costing and pricing were expected to be delivered in front of the board of directors. Board expect a greater profitability in both event management by getting 30% average profit margin as stated in the market. To determine the right price of this event, thus costing and pricing are crucial area to be revised again, as the existing costing and pricing are probably not effective works on bringing greater profitability in the hotel business. Therefore, justification on right costing and pricing method are anticipated to be presented on the board.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aliff Asyraff bin Abdul Aziz. Today I will be presenting to you about the issues in the costing strategy that is employed by Sri Surya Hotel. Alright. Without further ado, I would like to highlight a few points from the budget list that is shown in the book. Right. So, with the first point that I would like to say, that I would like to conceive, is the food and beverages cost (F&B). When you combine together the total percentages of the food cost, the total cost from the selling price, it is outrageous. Because the food cost F&B cost is 66% of the actual selling price, which is outrageous because in standard hotel industry and restaurant industry, the food cost should not exceed more than around 25% to 30%. And we also have prime food cost, in which case the cost of ingredients itself plus the cost of labor. These two combined should not exceed 55%. It's either stay at 55% or less. If any company, the restaurant or hotel, go beyond that, they will never make any profit of their food. Because when making a food, you generally you have a lot of overhead expenses to consider. You have the ingredients, you have the labor, and then we have the all the utensils, kitchen stuff, and the water to wash the plates, right? So all those stuff needs money to cover. So in general, when we talk about F&B, the cost of food should be around 25% or 30%. Shouldn't be more than that. Okay. So the second point I would like to point out is that the car park cost is 70% of the total price, which is outrageous. This is because the car park for the hotel utilizes both CCTV and lighting. That is a problem because that car park is a specialized car park for hotel guests and staff only. So it doesn't make sense for the hotel to use both CCTV and lighting. I mean, it is a hotel, not a bank vault. So you shouldn't have too many security measures in place. Too many of a thing is not a good thing. Okay, reason being, this car park is a specified place, not a public parking space. So when in a specified place, you can already be assured that this place is well protected. Right? So it's either CCTV or lighting. Just pick one. You shouldn't splurge on too much of the security measures. Okay, the next one would be about the deco. The decorations of the place, 100% cost, 3,600 ringgit as per quoted by supplier. This is bad because a decoration, no matter how beautiful it is, you will still need a space to hang all the decorations and let people appreciate it. So whatever they do, in this case, the hotel is the one providing the space. So it doesn't make sense for the hotel to just charge the customers by the by the quoted price by supplier, which is 3,600. Which it is not. It is very how can I say? It is very bad for business because the space cost shouldn't be borne by the hotel. They should charge somewhere around 25% more for the cost of space provided, right? And I have right here is the business process re-engineering, which is defined by Hammer and Champion 1993 as the fundamental rethinking and radical redesign of business processes to achieve dramatic improvements in critical areas of performance such as cost, quality, service, and speed. What it basically means is like cut costs where you can, or if you cannot cut costs, like in the food itself 60%, increase the price until you get to the proper levels of pricing. You need to optimize the price.
My name is Mohamad Afiq bin Mohamad Rosli. Right now, I'm going to continue our presentation and I will present on target costing topic. Okay, for target costing, there are two things that I'm going to cover. First one is tied to component and the second one is tied to features. Okay, for tied to component, it means allocate the cost reduction goal among various services or product provide. It will result in incremental cost reduction to the provided service. Usually, it being used when a company try to refresh or remake their own existing product or service into a new version, but at the same time it will keep the original structure of the service or product. Okay, for example, in this case, Sri Surya Hotel wish to make event management service, but right now they want to gain more profit than before. So one thing that I can suggest is to negotiate with the creation company, because right now they are using the creation company to provide the decoration. So I think they should negotiate to have a low cost budget to make the decoration, or they can go for decoration by themselves. This type 2 component just reduce the cost, not cut the features. Okay, the second type is type 2 features. Type 2 features is allocate the cost reduction goal among various product or service features. Okay, right now we will talk about features. For example, features, Sri Surya Hotel event management service right now provide such things like decoration, food, parking, and so on, or other things for their customer. So things like this actually can be made optional, or if the customer wish for it, they have to pay an additional charge, in my opinion. So I think any of the features can be cut in order to save costs. This will result in more radical cost reduction than the type 2 component. They can remove features of providing food or decoration for their customer. So like I said before, this thing can be made optional. By doing this, a huge amount of money spent on event costs can be reduced. Thus, it will generate more profit for Sri Surya Hotel. So if they wish for a radical reduction cost, they can go for type 2 features. And here are some improvement that I can suggest for Sri Surya Hotel. First one, they need to plan their staff accordingly or efficiently to help in controlling labor costs. They should schedule or organize their labor effectively by assign their job efficiently, because if they do this, they could save their money on need of paying more worker. For second one, I think they should work with list vendor of food. By doing this, they can get discount from them and try to drop size of their food provided to customer, which is provide a smaller portion of food to customer. Like a chicken chop right now, they make a little bit small, because day to day the raw material of food will increase, so they need to think about this. And the third one is they should try to manage their power management, which means electricity and water. They should have a policy or encourage their customer to save on usage of water and electricity. The fourth one is they should reduce overhead on car park costs. For right now, they are developing more car park for future usage. So I think they should consider about installing the CCTV. CCTV amount can be reduced and just put it on strategic location. Because they already have a floodlight on their car park. So I think amount of needed CCTV should be reduced. And the fifth one, I think they should go for buffet style. Right now, they are doing a fine dining and serving main course. So this means this type of service require a lot of waiter. So if they can reduce the amount of waiter, the labor cost will be saved. And lastly, I think they should try to apply target costing that I'm sharing with you guys.
Okay, the next issue is pricing strategy issue. So, what is actually the problem regarding the pricing strategy? First, because the company or the hotel they set up pricing strategy because they want to compete with their competitor. Okay, so now I want to explain about the issue regarding pricing strategy. First is the company does not want to mark up price or not impose charges for decoration to guests, which mean the expenses of the hotel will become higher and their profit will become lower, because they do not impose any charges for decoration, which is their expenses. Second is the customer have alternative way to compare the hotel price with other hotel price. Competing to the preferred hotel by the guests will actually lower the or lesser the chances for us or for Sri Surya Hotel to get customer. And the third one is the hotel, they get profit below half of the price charged. The car park, audio visual and equipment only 30% profit from the price, which means it's not even 50% they gain from the services that they provided, which means it is lower because it's not worth it for the services that they provided. Okay, so what is the solution for this issue? First is by markup pricing. What is markup pricing? Markup pricing is add up a markup on product or services from wholesaler and service provider in the cost to gain profit, which means if they buy from their supplier mineral water for RM1, they should sell it to customer for RM1.50. That is generally what's mean of markup pricing. Second is they can use cost plus pricing. Cost plus pricing involve adding a markup to the cost of goods and services to arrive at a selling price. Cost plus pricing is a cost-based method for setting the price of goods and services. Under this approach, the direct material cost, direct labor cost and overhead cost for a product are added up and added to a markup percentage to create a profit margin in order to derive the price of the product. The method is simple, actual contract, profit and justifiable. Then, the average profit margin is achieved if they implement cost plus pricing method. The performance of Sri Surya Hotel should be monitored with the competition pricing in order to maintain their position in the market. Move to the last type of pricing which the company should adopt is demand-based pricing. In demand-based pricing, consumer research help to ascertain the acceptable price range. Then the hotel can determine profit and cost requirement within that range, which mean during high demand season, the company can set their the selling price at higher, and during low demand time they can set at lower price. This will eventually stabilize the hotel financial system.
Okay, now I will explain on competition-based pricing. This based pricing should be considering the price of other competitor product or services to set their product or service price. It also known as market-based strategy. It may charge higher, lower or equal price as compared to the price of another competitor. Next, product-oriented pricing. Product-oriented pricing defines selling or provided product or services in a bundle so that we can hide the true cost of the product. For example, a business can offer several packages with several price for the customer. Set the customer segment from the budget into the premium one. Consider the promotional pricing, such as when the guests choose the most expensive package, the guests will receive some free extra things or gift. Okay, I recommend Sri Surya Hotel to have collaboration with the state government if they have any event involved with the state government. Give them special rate for the event. Other than that, if they have any exhibition held by the governments, Sri Surya Hotel must participate with the such exhibition. This can be one of the best platform for them to market their business. In terms of promotion and marketing, they can provide discount code. Provide discount code especially for occasional seasonal occasions to attract more people aware about the existing of the business. Give early discount for the new customer. Serve them as well as possible so that they can come again next time. First impression for this new customer is very important for the business. Okay, nowadays social media gives significant advantage to the business. Using the influencer popularity is a good example to market our product. Paid to the influencers some money for them to make a paid review about the business that we run, so that the people outside there can aware about our business. And lastly, provide the complete package plan as much as possible to manage our product or event or services. Plan from A to Z because with this plan it can reduce our cost and reduce our independence to the outsource. And lastly, for the solution for the issue, okay, first for the decoration service, okay, develop on decoration team instead of outsourcing. This will increase the experience and knowledge for the team itself, and the most important things is will lower the cost. And the second solution, mark up the pricing. Put the markup cost on the decoration, instead put the markup cost on the decoration as a service charge for themselves in managing the outsource. And the third, demand-based pricing. If there is more demand in than usual period, Seri Surya Hotel can increase the price service, and the fourth, cost plus pricing, Seri Surya Hotel can just simply add up a markup to the cost of a product. And lastly, product oriented pricing. Seri Surya Hotel can offer the package, the several choice of the package with several price for the selected customer.
As a conclusion for this case study, by having proper implementation of a new costing strategy, business process re-engineering and new pricing strategy, cost plus pricing will help to improve Seri Surya Hotel profit margin. Thank you.